All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We have a very serious topic. This is a life lesson, okay? This is something you learn as you get old. And I'm really reminiscing on the past because I'm an old man now. I got gray hairs coming in. I got lines next to my eyes. I'm getting fat. I'm 33, I'm old. And one thing that really struck me was when you're young, you tend to have a role model. Most people have a role model, somebody they look up to. It could be their father, their mother, their grandfather, somebody that they, aspire to be. I mean, everybody has to have a role model. It's something to work towards, to, an ideal to achieve. And when you're young, you really think that your role model can do nothing wrong because you're inexperienced. You really don't know anything about life. You almost, project an image on somebody, on your role model, that isn't the reality. It isn't the truth. But you're young. You don't know. But what happens is you get older, all right? You start to learn a little bit about the world. You start to learn that nobody cares about you, that the life you're living is a sad, desperate struggle for survival. And eventually, you start to see things with your former role model. Let's say your grandpa, or your dad. Your dad, he would, take you hunting, and he treated your mom with respect. And everything you saw about him, you thought was just perfect and good and inspiring. Well, as you get older, you start to notice things. You start to notice like things your dad says that you didn't notice when you were younger. And you find out your dad cheated on your mom with, a bunch of strippers. This isn't a real story on my family. I'm just making this up. Or whatever. And then that role model, your father, your grandfather, whatever, you realize that they're not perfect. They're not an ideal. They're just a person, okay? And some people have role models that they think are great, and then they come to find out they're actually nasty people. Like imagine you have somebody like an uncle that you respect, and then you come to find out he's a hitman for the mob, and he's killed dozens of people. And it's like, oh my God. And it kind of shatters your worldview. It kind of, it jars you because you've built this ideal and it gets shattered. It gets destroyed. Well, the same thing applies to everything money. And I actually fell into this trap, okay? You think I'm a wise man, 33, I'm so old, I'm basically dead. When I watched Everything Money, when I first found their channel, I was shocked at how great they were. I was shocked. It blew my mind. Because I looked across YouTube and all I saw were disgusting scum pumping a bunch of trash stocks. And that disgustingness, that degeneracy, is personified in somebody like Jeremy Financial Education, who's a soulless shark who literally only cares about becoming a billionaire. And he will destroy whatever he has to destroy. He will take as much money as he has to take. He will ruin lives. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care how many trash stocks you buy that he pumps on his channel. As long as he continues to get ad revenue and have people sign up for his disgusting, stupid course that I've reviewed and is, full of freaking inaccuracies and errors, whatever he's got to do, he'll do it, okay? And I compared Jeremy LaFufu to Everything Money. And I was like, wow, they're looking at financials. Wow, that's crazy. Who looks at financials on YouTube? And they didn't really talk about options. They just talked about basically dollar cost averaging into broadly diversified low cost index ETFs and, doing some value investing. It was amazing. And I even copied their model. It took me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I copied their model and put it onto an Excel sheet. But then things started to change. And I'll give this person credit, okay? The Reichs Marshal. He was the first one to see the disgusting degeneracy and scammery of Everything Money. He was the first one. He saw it, and I didn't see it. Maybe it's because he's older than me. But, he saw how much Everything Money was charging for private consultations and all the options, the stock options, mastery crap they were pumping on their channel. And he quickly realized it was a grift. But I was taken aback. I mean, they were my idols. I looked up to them. I dreamt about them, I imagined me and Paul cuddling and having pillow fights. And I didn't see it, and I was wrong. And I actually defended Everything Money against vicious attacks. And now we come to the present. Everything Money has collapsed into a den of thieves and degenerates, clowns and losers and scumbags. And it's sad to see how far they've fallen. They've gone from a channel that talked about real estate investing, buying low-cost ETFs, dollar cost averaging, and, buying individual stocks. And now they've just turned into a bunch of options trading, stock trading, buying crappy stocks clown show. Complete and utter clown show. And the amount of money that they're charging for private consultations, it's out of this freaking world. It's gross. And I didn't see it. Now, I don't know if it's just a natural progression of YouTube. I mean, I don't know if the bigger you get, the more likely you are to become a scammer. I don't know. Maybe if I ever get big, maybe I'll be a scammer too. But my options course, bro. But Everything Money has fallen, okay? And what really set me over the edge and really led me to the conclusion that Everything Money they're just scum, is when they fired, let go, whatever happened to Seth. Now, Seth was what made that show great because he was relatable. That was his role in the show. He acted dumb. He's not dumb. He acted like the everyday Joe that didn't know, everyday average Joe that didn't know anything. And he would ask the geniuses, Paul and, Mo, my stinky hoe, whoa, how do I value a stock? What's this? What's that? And it was a great setup. And then whatever happened, like I said, Paul's a little dweeb with a stick up as you know what. Seth did something that made Paul mad. Oh my God, Seth, what you do? You're fired. And Seth was let go, or whatever happened, okay? It's all conjecture. And now with Seth gone, what relatability does that channel have? How does Paul relate to anybody? Oh, I've got 6 or 7 businesses upstairs. And Mo, who is even Mo? Who is this guy? Apparently he's a millionaire and he just trades stocks. Get the F out of here, man. That guy is a freaking loser. And people that, do trading, I'm not a trader. I don't know jack about trading. Oh,
stochastics and resistance and ceilings and
whatever. I don't trade. But people that trade, they've looked into this guy. And number one, it seems like he ripped off an old, trading course. And number two, they say half the stuff he talks about is crap. And you look at their stock analysis, and Capital Mindset really pointed this out to me. You look at something like Sleep Number, right? That's a dangerous company. Very dangerous to your portfolio. Why? Because they have no cash and a massive amount of current liabilities. And Everything Money was saying it was a good stock to buy. It was a good value because, I don't know, growth, my oath, whatever. And they did no research. They didn't even look at the balance sheet and see the massive discrepancy between current assets, cash, and current liabilities. And that's very bad, okay? You need cash to pay your bills. They're just, oh, man. So to be honest, this is just a life lesson. You got to avoid the trap of, looking up to somebody and, painting an ideal about them because they're just going to disappoint you. And that's honestly what Everything Money has done for me. Now I don't know who to trust. Who do I trust? Jay Nagy? Is Jay Nagy a secret panty sniffer? Do I trust Fabio? Is he a secret, Venezuelan hitman? Echoes? Is he a, I don't know, another panty sniffer? I don't know who to trust anymore. All right, guys, I pulled into my house, but I just wanted to teach you a life lesson because, I'm getting old now, and I want to pass my knowledge to the world because I'll be dead in 5 years because I'm old or something. All right, guys, talk to you later. Cheers.